Scott, one thing is on our mind lately, and that's what Ubisoft has been up to with some of their titles. We are questioning what's going on in the world of Ubisoft as they've announced a lot of things and a lot of things early. Dude, why don't you kick things off with Skull and Bones and our concerns with the future of Skull and Bones?
Oh, well, I'm wondering that if Skull and Bones is even real. Was it just a dream, or it feels like it was so long ago that
Yeah,
it's said that the game started development in 2013. So we're almost at about a decade now, and no
absolutely.
sign of it so far.
It's seen one iteration after another after another. It seems like it's gone back to the drawing board and then started all over again. And that kind of gets, I'm sure, tiresome on the development team working on the title. I know as a fan, we're excited to see where the future lies. It all spun off of Assassin's Creed Black Flag back in the day. Like almost a decade ago, right? Like it's one of those situations like, where is this game? And that's kind of what our topic is today. Where are some of these games that we were so hyped for? Or they just announced maybe too early, Scott? That's definitely one that we were looking forward to years ago, and to this day have yet to see anything else coming around the corner. One other title, Scott, that was well announced way back, and the first one was released in 2003. Then they followed up in 2008 with a teaser of Beyond Good and Evil 2. And
Yeah.
that little snippet of gameplay cinematic experience, I'm going to call that, really had us hyped, going, man, did they really elevated the game to the next level? Where are they going to bring this? We're going out into space, everything's going to be much bigger, and the hype, dude,
Yeah.
was just instant with that game, right?
Well, there was some sort of hang-ups about the sequel because they wanted to push the game to be much larger, and you
Yep,
just couldn't do that on the hardware that we were dealing with. But
sure.
the last time they showed anything off was in 2017, and it
Mm,
looked pretty good to me.
absolutely, but again, it sounds like it's gone, the team is taking it back to the drawing board. Things aren't working the way they wanted to. They're gonna have to start over, and that's again another concern. Are they just announcing things too soon and then getting everybody hyped up, and then it just vanishes, right? We haven't heard anything on the game in years. Does it still exist?
Yeah,
Will they cancel this? Who knows where this one lies?
there never was a release date mentioned
Nope,
for either of these two games in the past, so
for
it
sure.
makes me think that, well, did they even begin making them? We've seen the cinematic in the case of Beyond Good and Evil, but
Yeah.
is that all that it came out of?
As of right now, yeah, that's all we've seen, right? And Beyond Good and Evil had such a cult following back in the day. Everybody loved it, who got heavily invested into the game, and we're just thriving and starving for a sequel. And we have yet to know exactly where that sequel lies. Scott, if you're a fan like me of Ghost Recon, that's our next game on the list. But this one changed up the whole formula of Ghost Recon altogether with
Yeah.
Ghost Recon Frontline and moving to a completely PvP aspect, first person perspective, changing that formula up. And when it was actually announced back in October 2021, it was not well received. And they've taken this back to the drawing board once again. Sounds like changing up some of the dynamic of the game. Will we get back into third person? I think a lot of us as Ghost Recon fans love that third person perspective, a lot of tactile, and it's much slower pace. Here, Scott, they've gone and introduced like a battle royale in first person, completely changing the whole entire formula of the game.
Oh yeah, it's a complete departure from what we understand of Ghost Recon. But
Yeah,
I'm not too young to remember when Ghost Recon was a first-person shooter.
that's very true. Very true. But as of late, it's gone third person and it's slowed things down, right? Moving forward into the battle royale scene, that's a quick pace of things, and it changes the whole formula. Where's the story? Is there no story now? It's just all PvP. Are they looking to capitalize on that battle royale whole genre that's been on a big, massive crave? So are they just looking to try and get a piece of the puzzle now that Hyperscape's been shut down? I don't know, Scott.
Yeah, well, they may have learned something from Hyperscape actually, where
I hope so.
it's a little too stuffy in the area for more battle royales.
Yep.
You have to really go above and beyond to get another one in there. But I don't know if this will be it. Frontline might be the end. It
I
might be
we'll
already buried.
we'll see. They've also dabbled in the world of a arena shooter with X Defiant, Scott. That one incorporates some of my favorite games of the Ubisoft franchises with Ghost Recon, Splinter Cell, The Division, and then match this into an arena shooter, again, first person, coming off of a weird take when you go at Ghost Recon, Splinter Cell, and Division all being third person. Like they've done this
that
whole
is curious.
twist, right? And it's questioned a lot of people, and they've gone quiet on that one. Will we see more in the future? Where's that one lying? And are you concerned for X Defiant at all? Because that one just, dude, it vanished.
It did vanish. It was quite a ambitious idea to kind
Yep,
of go completely left with it. And it did have a pre-alpha that was closed,
yep,
so that gives me some hope. There was, it wasn't just a piece of paper on somebody's desk.
for
So it
sure.
is possible that that may come around, but again, it's just a very full release window now.
Absolutely, and we're just kind of waiting to see where that lies for all of Ubisoft titles. That's the biggest thing. We're huge Ubisoft fans here, so our concerns are just they're met with worry now at this point, Scott, because we don't know, and we're waiting to hear more on the Division Heartland as well. Dude, we don't even have any footage on this thing. All we've got is a
No.
graphic image, and we're just kind of waiting. We've heard that there's rumblings that it's actually out there somewhere. This is their free to play take on the Division, dude. Really? I'm kind of shocked. I'm really shocked.
One that gets me even worse than that is it. We've been talking about Ubisoft, but are these Ubi lost to the sands of time?
You did it. Well done, my friend. That's right. The last one we're talking about is the Prince of Persia: Sands of Time remake. This was first shown in 2020. Since then, they said they are reworking a lot of it. I know a lot of it wasn't met with well reception. And dude, if you caught one thing, Scott, throughout this entire discussion, is that all of these titles that have been announced haven't been met with high expectations from the fans. They've been met with worry and concern, and that you could. I don't doubt that they can prove us wrong, but what they showcased didn't get anybody hyped, and I think that's the biggest worry moving forward. Where are these titles? What's going on with them? And dude, like, what's the state of Ubisoft right now?
Yeah, well, they are prioritizing a lot of the other big mainline entries, and I guess that it just is a calculated risk. If nobody's really excited for it, well, that's not a very good sign. You don't want to spend years and $1 million developing this game if
No,
it's just not going to go anywhere.
absolutely. Let us know at InsideTheGame.ca. Are you worried about Ubisoft, or are you excited for some of these games?